Welcome back to Living Local. If you're looking to buy or sell a home this season, you probably want to know what the housing market is looking like. The good news is that experts are forecasting a post-pandemic rebound, making for a hot spring housing market. Joining us via Zoom today, Kyle Robinson with the Robinson Group, brokered by ExP Realty. Thanks so much for joining us, Kyle.
Thanks for having me back, Brittany.
So let's start with the local housing inventory. How is that looking for spring?
Oh my gosh, the spring market is on fire. I mean, I'm telling you, I think everybody that's in this business is having record year. Just like 2020 was actually a record year. You know, with the pandemic, we thought that things would slow down. Definitely inventory did, but there was a lot of houses moving. But very optimistic for 2021. I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be getting out of their houses from last year. And I think that there's going to be a ton of home sales here in the Quad Cities and around the surrounding areas.
Now, have you noticed a higher demand for houses lately?
Yes, I mean, it's absolutely incredible right now, the amount of people out there that are looking for homes. I think the last year, keeping them inside, I think a lot of people realized they either needed to upgrade, downgrade. They didn't necessarily want to deal with a yard or whatever the case may be. But I can tell you right now, as far as the market in the Quad Cities goes and residential, there's only 686 active listings and 986 pendings. That is absolutely incredible. But it's a problem for buyers that are out there trying to find their dream home because it's very, very competitive. And I know there's a lot of people getting frustrated with it. So.
Yeah, speaking of buyers, how are they staying more informed and how can that help them when they're house hunting?
Yeah, it's absolutely imperative, I think, for them to reach out to professional help and reach out to a realtor. There's a lot of things that realtors can be benefiting buyers with. For one instance, we have what's called a coming soon feature. So there's a lot of things that the public doesn't know about that realtors do, and I think it's very important to make sure you're reaching out so that way they can do the work for you, right? So that's what a realtor's for, is to be able to provide you with the service to make sure it's as easy as possible for you to get what you want. But I think first step is pick up the phone and reach out to a professional and start to get on the same page as far as what you're looking for. And I promise you, it'll make all the difference. I think that we have sometimes buyers out there that want to do all this on their own. And I can tell you that we can take a lot of the difficult things, the difficult decisions out of the equation and just make it a smooth process.
Right, it can be incredibly beneficial to have some expert insight and guidance with all of this. Now, in addition to the hot spring market, how are interest and mortgage rates right now?
Right. So that's one of the things that's definitely fueling the market. I can tell you 5 years ago, I refinanced my house on a 15-year note at 2.875. And I thought, oh, wow, that's the cheapest it's ever going to get. Well, don't get me wrong. Interest rates have spiked about 3/4 of a point over, let's say, the last 6 to 8 weeks. You know, that has a lot to do with bond rates. But at the end of the day, interest rates are still at an all-time low. A 30-year fixed mortgage is roughly around 3% right now, which is allowing the buyers to have more purchasing power. And I think it's definitely driving the housing market and allowing people to feel like they can afford more, which, you know, one of those things that we definitely harp on with our buyers is making sure they feel comfortable. We don't even talk about price, we talk about payment, right? That's the most important thing, is comfort. Just because you're approved up to a certain amount doesn't mean you need to spend that, right? So those are things that you definitely need to keep in mind. But yeah, no, it's exciting. Interest rates are low, and that's certainly helping us out. So I hope that they stay that way for quite some time.
Now, Kyle, what are some other contributing factors to this post-pandemic rebound?
Yeah, so I think that getting back to the fact that I think a lot of people have been in their houses for the last year and just decided that maybe it's time to upgrade or get into something a little bit different or maybe move areas. I think with the vaccination coming out, I think that the consumer confidence will certainly spike as far as people wanting to go out and actually be in society where other people are. So I'm pretty confident that that's going to help drive the 2021 market as well. You know, and I think that the economy in general is doing really well after this pandemic, in which, you know, could have had a lot of really bad effects. And I think the way that we're moving out of it is very positive, and I think that people are definitely out there showing it. So.
Well, Kyle, thank you so much for the exciting updates. We appreciate your time.
Thank you. Have a good day, Brittany.
Yep, you too. If you would like some more information, you can visit therobinsongroupqc.com. We'll also have those details posted on ourquadcities.com.